first entries of the 2014-2015 race season here at the National Equestrian Center. Out in front, sporting the number 1 saddle pad, Mr. Indiana, the trotter, out of the Simsfield Stables, being driven this evening by Miss Carista Rabane. And on the outside, sporting the number 2 saddle pad, Approved Credit, out of the Random Stables, and being driven this afternoon by Mr. Kaiwan Waldron. This is for the 107 and 2 to 108 and 2 division time bar. Star Car has collected our 2 youngsters with their mounts. 2 ponies up and 2 ponies out. The trotter, the rail pony, getting a good jump at the start, but Approved Credit hanging right in there. They're too wide coming out the first turn. Mr. Indiana going off his feet, giving Carista a handful. Meanwhile, Kaiwan takes that opportunity to stare Approved Credit around him and get himself about 4 pony length lead heading into paddock turn. Mr. Indiana still doing his Dukes of Hazzard's impersonation as they blaze down the backstretch. It's Approved Credit all by himself now, out by 7. Mr. Indiana back trotting level but off the pace. He's just going around Hingham High turn. In the meantime, out of the 4th turn comes Approved Credit, rocking and rolling for the youngster. It's the young Kaiwan Waldron with Approved Credit. Mr. Indiana coming on strong now, still off by 7, chasing on as they go across us here on Spectator's turn. Around paddock turn and down the backstretch they go for the final time in this heat. It's Approved Credit, still out in front by 7 lengths over Mr. Indiana. Heading into turn 3, growing that lead now as Mr. Indiana is going to do a Sunday trot coming home. That's not to disturb any of his limbs at such an early stage in the season, but there he is, Approved Credit for our first heat of the 2014-2015 season. Coming out the 4th turn at the Sunday trot is the trotter, Mr. Indiana, to close out the field. For heat number 2 of the evening, out in front, sporting the number 1 saddle pad, Iron Mike. Iron Mike, owned and driven this evening by Mr. Tyler Lopes. With the number 2 saddle pad is Custard the Dragon, new pony to the track. Custard the Dragon, owned and driven this evening by Mr. Andy Westmore Stoneham. And on the outside, sporting the number 3 saddle pad, it's Colonel's Maestro. Colonel's Maestro out of the Inwood Stables and being driven this evening by one of our rookie drivers. Welcome to the track, young Lucas Bridges. This is for the 110 and 4 to 112 and 4 division time bar. Let's give this youngster a hand. Welcome him to the track. Okay, the veteran in the middle, Mr. Andy Stoneham. The other 2 youngsters, Iron Mike on the inside, Colonel's Maestro on the outside. 3 ponies up and out. Out of the first turn they come, and it is young Tyler Lopes with Iron Mike getting a very good jump at the start. Meantime, Custard the Dragon doing battle with Colonel's Maestro. Now they single out as Custard the Dragon edges out in front of Colonel's Maestro. Heading into paddock turn and down the backstretch they go. Iron Mike legging out to a 2 pony length lead now over Custard the Dragon as they blaze into Hingham High turn. The whole field being pushed along by Colonel's Maestro. Out of the 4th turn they come. They're all bunched up again. Iron Mike with Colonel's Maestro still trailing the field, taking a peep on the outside of Custard the Dragon, who sits in the middle. Running as they started 1, 2, and 3 as they head into paddock turn. And down the backstretch for the final time in this heat, it's Iron Mike still out in front by 3/4 lengths and growing now. There goes Colonel's Maestro trying to make way around Custard the Dragon, the rookie, going around Hingham High turn, chasing down the front running Iron Mike. As they come out of the 4th turn and down the home stretch, it's Iron Mike on the inside. Colonel's Maestro coming strong, but not enough real estate. It's Iron Mike with Colonel's Maestro and Custard the Dragon. That's Inwood's Generation out in front with the number 2 saddle pad, owned by the Truin family and being driven this evening by Mr. Casey Truin. With the number 3 saddle pad, it's Colonel's J. Colonel's owned by Mr. Bronchi Miners and being driven this evening by Mr. Arthur Hurst. And on the outside, sporting the number 4 saddle pad, Stay Tuned, out of the Tanglewood Stables and being driven this evening by the returning Nuno Mota. This is for the 108 and 3 to 110 and 3. 3 ponies up and 3 ponies out. Let's sort them out as they come out of the first turn. And it is young Casey Truin with Inwood's Generation stepping on out to a 1 pony length lead now over Colonel's J. Back another 1/4 length. Stay Tuned chasing the field as they head into paddock turn. Down the backstretch they go. Casey Truin with Inwood's Generation growing himself a 2.5 pony length lead now over Colonel's J. Still back a 1/4 2. Stay tuned as they go around Hingham High turn. Spread out, still running as they started. 2, 3, and 4 as they come out of the 4th turn. It's still Casey Truin with Inwood's Generation. He has grown himself a 4-penny length lead, 5-penny length lead now over Colonel's J. With Stay Tuned still chasing the field. Into paddock turn and down the backstretch they go for the final time in this heat. Inwood's Generation stepping right out. He's out in front by 7 now over Colonel's J. Stay Tuned still off by a half, chasing the field around Hingham High turn. Out of the 4th turn and down the home stretch they come. It's Casey Truin with Inwood's Generation by 8 over Colonel's J and Stay Tuned. That is unofficial. And these are our entries for heat number 4 of the evening. Out in front, sporting the number 1 saddle pad, Real Ladylike, owned and driven this evening by Mr. Dylan De Silva. With the number 2 saddle pad, it's Headyman out of the Graceland Stables, and being driven this evening by Johnny Fives Alive. With the number 3 saddle pad, it's Casimir Commotion, owned by the Roke family, and being driven this evening by Mr. Christian Roke. And on the outside, sporting the number 4 saddle pad, GV Special Dream, owned and driven this evening by the fireman, Mr. David Boros Jr. This is for the 106-1 to 107-1 division time bar. The car has now collected our 4 entries for this heat number 4 of the evening. 4 ponies up and 4 ponies out. Let's sort them out as they come out of the first turn. And it is Real Ladylike doing battle with Headyman as they come across here for the first time. Casimir Commotion off by 3/4, chasing those front runners, with GV Special Dream trailing the field off by 2. Into paddock turn and down the backstretch they go, still running 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's Real Ladylike out in front just by a whisker over Headyman, who still studies on the outside. Back 1 to Casimir Commotion. It's GV Special Dream who trails the field by 4. Out of the 4th turn they come, rocking and rolling. Dylan De Silva with Real Ladylike being pushed along now by Headyman. Here comes Casimir Commotion. Christian Roke steering them wide to take a peep on the outside. GV Special Dream still off the pace, chasing off by 5. Around paddock turn, down the backstretch they go. Real Ladylike still out in front. Headyman fading a bit back about 1/4. There goes Christian Roke with Casimir Commotion trying to make way around Headyman. GV Special Dream out of the mix. Out of the 5th turn and down the home stretch they come. It's Real Ladylike with Casimir Commotion coming on strong, but it's Real Ladylike, Casimir Commotion, Headyman, and GV Special Dream. Entries for heat number 5 of the evening. This is the Battle of the Brothers. Out in front, sporting the number 1 saddle pad, is IC's Overextended out of the Tuckaway Farm, and being driven this evening by Mr. Thomas Whitehead. On our outside, it's Captain's Choice, sporting the number 2 saddle pad, also out of the Tuckaway Farm, and being driven by Mr. CJ Whitehead. This is for the 116-1 and slower division time bar, and also who gets to do the dishes tonight. Our car has collected our 2 entries for this heat number 5 of the evening. 2 ponies up and 2 ponies out. A bit of a staggered start. A start nonetheless. This is the brothers Whitehead. Out of the first turn they come, and it is Thomas Whitehead with IC's Overextended. Out in front by 2 lengths now over stablemate Captain's Choice as they go across us here for the first time. Into paddock turn and down the backstretch they go. IC's Overextended now being chased down by Captain's Choice as they blaze down the backstretch heading into Hingham High turn. Out of the 4th turn they come. It's still IC's Overextended being pushed along by Captain's Choice. Around paddock turn and down the backstretch they go for the final time in this heat. IC's Overextended still out in front of Captain's Choice, but the Bermuda bred making his way on the outside now, trying to make his way around the import as they go around Hingham High turn. Out of the 4th turn and down the home stretch they come, and it is IC's Overextended over Captain's Choice. That is unofficial. Penalties for heat.